Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome back to another episode of Morning Brew. On this playlist, I spend time talking to you guys about permanent makeup strategies for business owners, permanent makeup artists to grow their businesses. And so today we're gonna jump in. These are quick hitting videos, so get your pencil and your nose ready. We're gonna be talking about one of my favorite topics when it comes to business growth and expansion, and that is how to offer new services. So this video is going to apply to people who are new in the industry and just getting started, or people who are experienced and maybe doing well and they're just launching something new, or people who have maybe launched recently and it did not go so well. I'm gonna be sharing with you 3 mistakes that most or a lot of permanent makeup artists make when they launch a new service or relaunch something. So with that being said, let's go ahead and jump in. We all know how important launching something is. Getting off to a fast start can really set the tone for where this new skill is going to take you and if you're gonna be able to keep up with it, right? So there are 3 things that we need to make sure we're not doing. These are the biggest things that I've observed. I have done them myself more than once, and I rectified them, and I noticed how when I shifted gears here, it really made a difference. And so now I teach people to do the same thing. So first of all, the first thing that you're gonna not do, I've been doing for a while with creating more morning brews. So for those of you who have been following for a while, I'm sorry that we haven't had a new one in like a month, but I'm back on it, I promise. I am a little bit disorganized. My notes are on my 5-year-old's drawing paper, but that's fine. The first thing that we do is we wait too long, right? I've been waiting too long to make this video and to share all this new content with you guys. So when you roll out a new service, for a lot of people, we wait too long. And there are some very good reasons for why we wait too long, but that has very bad ramifications for us as business owners. If we wait too long, we are losing money, right? So every second that you are not releasing that wonderful thing that other people want from you, you're losing money. So if you wait 3 months for something that people would have paid for 3 months ago, you lost the opportunity to grow your business in that way, right? And you could be losing to competition. I'm a big believer and there's room for everybody, but truly, like if a competitor is offering it and you could do it too, you could be losing clients just on that basis, even though they might have chosen you if you offered it. So this is where we're not gonna be a perfectionist. I talk about that all the time. You are going to wait until you're feeling okay about the service. You don't need to be 100% because that might never come. And then you're gonna roll it out. So we are not waiting until our ducks are all in a row. It is time to jump. I know that I'm talking to some of you right now who know that it's time to jump. Those are the people I'm talking to. You've been knowing that you need to kind of roll this out and you've been putting it off. You need to stop, right? So that you can grow your business. So go ahead and release whatever that is. If it's a new blog, if it's a new class, if it's a new type of permanent makeup that you're gonna be offering, it's time for you to go ahead and roll that out, right? So don't wait too long. The second thing that most of us permanent makeup artists do when we are launching a new service is we fail to promote it well. We just don't promote it enough. And that is understandable because we are normally not salespeople. Most of us are born creatives. We aren't necessarily all business majors from college who have started other businesses before. So for the majority of us, that is new territory. And it also is very uncomfortable if you're not a natural born salesperson. You're not used to getting up every day and trying to convince people to purchase things. And let's be honest, it feels kind of dirty sometimes. You don't feel good about it. You just want to create things that people like and make them feel good about themselves and have this wonderful world where that's not necessarily the case. It's not going to work in business, right? So you need to promote what you're doing. And the best way to do that is to share it through your social channels because that's free. So if we start there, you can roll that out into ads depending on where you are on your path and your journey, right? But you definitely have to promote it more. So I would recommend talking about it socially all the time in person, right? But also talking to people about it on your social media, anywhere that you have a following every day, at least once a day. So that could be a video, it could be a live, it could be a before and after picture, it could be an educational post with a picture of you talking about why you want to perform this new service. But you've got to talk about it and you got to talk about it often because most people need to hear about something 5 to 7 times before they even have the urge to actually finally do it. So it's really important that you do that and you do it often. Also think about it, everyone is not following your every move 24 hours a day. We wish they would actually, but they don't. So if you feel self-conscious about posting the same thing, the same information 5 times in a week, you got to think your average follower only saw that once, maybe twice. So you're not bombarding them, you're not overwhelming them. And in the off chance that you are, every now and then that person probably wasn't that interested in what you were offering to begin with, and they might have never come. So you shouldn't let that one person keep you from sharing with the people who are going to eventually become your customers. So self-promote, self-promote, self-promote. The third mistake that we often do as permanent makeup artists, I know I've done it in that way, but also as a trainer and as a creator putting products out, we price our services a little bit too low for too long. So I learned that lesson pretty early in my career that wouldn't work. It feels like we should price our services really low when we first start something because we think that we're new and that consumers know and they won't pay for it because we're new. That's usually never the case. Most consumers aren't experts. They half of the time don't know, a fraction of what we know. That's why we're the experts, right? So you don't need to price your services super low for that reason. Pricing new services at a discount is a great idea. I have some videos about that. I'm gonna give you a little information here, but you can find that on the Morning Brew playlist, how to run a special. But specials are great when they're new. Just make sure that you follow a couple of rules. First of all, don't make it so dirt cheap that people don't want it because they're afraid, right? Second of all, make sure that you tell people what the real price is. So I've met so many artists who set an intro price and they never get out of it. They're a year into microblading and they're still charging what they charged in the beginning because it's terrifying to raise your price, right? The longer you go with the lower price, the more you convince yourself that people will not pay the higher price, right? And that's just not the case. You may lose a person or two maybe, but more than likely people are still gonna book just fine. And again, you waited too long and you lost money. So we're gonna go ahead and make sure that we roll out our new pricing at the same time that we release the special. So in other words, if I'm gonna do microblading for $250, I'm gonna announce to people that it's $250 and they're saving $250 because it's normally $500, right? So I'm not raising my prices, I'm just going back to normal. So now's a great time for you to come, right? And then the last thing that you're gonna do is you're gonna set an end date. So you wanna make sure that you are telling them when it's over. That's gonna hold your feet to the fire so that you can't be the person who kept their prices too low too long, right? And then also it lets them know, you can only come and get this at this price until this point, right? So it's over January 1st, come and get it while you can. And that also creates a sense of urgency for the buyer to make sure that they act on their urge, right? To get their brows done or their lips done or whatever, because this special is not, the price is not gonna stay that low and it's about to be over. So those are the three things I want you to write down, etch them into your memory. You're not going to wait too long to launch these new services. You can't afford to. Your business can't afford to, right? You are not going to fall victim to feeling guilty about promoting it because you're a business owner and this is a business service, right? So you're going to promote that. And then you are also not going to keep your prices too low for too long. So you're going to get an intro, get people in the door, and you're gonna move on to the normal pricing and continue to promote your product because it's a good product, you're a great artist, and you're good at what you do, right? So hopefully those three things will help you avoid the pitfalls that a lot of us have fallen into as far as launching a new service as an established business owner or a new one. And if this video was really helpful to you, I would love it if you would give me a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe before you go so you can see more videos, especially on this playlist. I have tons that I hope will help you with strategy, right, in your business. So also, if you would like more involved information like this on a regular daily basis, we have our online platform where I create strategy programs for artists just like you to grow your businesses, right, to scale. So that website is going to be www.pmucoach.com. You can see all kinds of information there, and you can also email me if you have any questions. My info is on there and also in the description box below. I will see you guys in the next video.